It's a pleasure to have you.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Pleasure to be had.
Isn't it?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So this is a block, and this is a circle. And there's a concept that they're both the same. Does that make sense to you?
Please explain that to me again.
Shall I say it differently? That every line eventually curves. And so doing that, this is appearing to be a straight line because it just hasn't extended far enough in the plane of my viewing. But eventually there's a thought that it would become this. So I'd like to first start with the hand facing down and then placing the block on top. Yeah. And then taking the ball and holding it like so. Yay, beautiful. And just have a moment with that. Woo! Have a moment. Have a moment. Pardon. Okay. Continue. So create, if you will, your own ebb and flow there. What I've done is taken away the grabbers and initiated the stabilizers. Yeah, you're doing wonderful. So this would be the beginning of it. And then we would go like so. Same thing. Great. I'm glad you did that. I'm glad that happened. Yeah. Keep going. And I love it. I'm telling you, I love it. Now, I will say sometimes I use racket balls because they're smoother. Tennis balls make it a little bit easier. Yes, take your time. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And then, obviously, here. So you see there are many different stages. And however you so see it may be first just to get used to it being on there of its own. Yeah, that's big. I mean, it's pretty big for me. Just that little bit makes a difference. Woo-wee! Wow, how powerful. Yes, 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 yes. Brilliant. Brilliant. So, yes, you can come down with it. Come down. So we're going to take the blocks and place them down. Let's do what's called some whole brain exercises. Okay? So placing the fingers together. And we're going to do clockwise. And some deep breaths in through the nose. And out. When we do this breathing, I'd like you to take the tongue to the roof of the mouth, counterclockwise. So the tongue stays to the roof of the mouth, and you are just taking deep breaths in and out. Okay, thumbs together, and now next set of fingers, clockwise. Breathing deeply again. And I'm not going to feel the need to keep verbalizing. I think this is self-explanatory. And then other way. Next finger. Yay. Yes. Maintain your breathing awareness. And then other direction. And next finger. This takes a bit of concentration. Take a moment. Take a moment. So you can see what we're doing. Just gonna work on this. This is for the brain, okay? This is powerful movement for the brain. Whole brain. So they tell you about this right brain, left brain. So in essence, they make you think you have two brains, but you got a whole brain. So think of that. And then reverse it. Take your time. May be that you go slower as opposed to faster and just feel that rotation, And then once you've gotten a few of those, make sure the breathing, yes, the breath will control the movement. Don't allow the movement to change the breath, okay? And then those fingers come together and your last little fingers, gonna do, yes, yes, doing wonderful. Breathing. And how good that feels. Grateful. Okay. And and just gently come down. Shake out the hands. So you and I were talking just before I actually started the camera, and you had mentioned something about the beauty of the body. Can you tell me that again? Or tell us?
Yes.
It's odd. It's actually you telling me.
Yes.
Us would be them watching this in later form, but speak as you will.
I was saying, isn't it wonderful how in each moment when you stand up or walk, you have to engage every single atom of your body. So in essence, you're in agreement with yourself before you even make a stride. Your body has already completed the process of conversation between you and your brain and your whatever desire you might have.
I love
The
it.
body is already incongruent with who you are. So you've already become what you're going to be.
I love it. I receive every bit of that. The notion that comes up for me is conflicting harmony. Because the notion that you have already formulated the thought and you've activated the nerves, and this essence of movement or motion has occurred, and now in its occurrence it's actually past tense while it's happening. But there's a notion that can enter in as to whether or not it can happen, or if it is even happening while it's happening. Delusional states can occur. So it's much like a conflict of a great harmony. Harmony because of the orchestra or organs that are in concert together.
Precisely, yes. And this harmony is one's own harmony. It's not to be confused with the harmony of yours.
Yes.
My harmony, me standing up, means I'm in harmony with myself. So you sitting down shouldn't interfere with me standing up. That is the harmony. In understanding that is where we become one. Seeing that you have your harmony and I have my harmony.
You are profoundly giving me insight on the fact that the wholeness of whatever our motion is still motion. Seated, standing, still. There's a flow, and there's an emanating mental intention that has occurred. And to find that we find resistance because of what appears to be another's contrast is actually a gift. Because in that I'm able to see not only what is capable for you, which is also capable for me, but I'm able to embrace the beauty of where it is that I am. The branch reaching this way can appreciate the branch reaching that way.